Welcome to the Metalhead Truck Series here tonight at Daytona International Speedway. Going to pull up some race info. You see it's the winning bid 280 laps for the opening race of the season. This league is sponsored by, I did have an ad that I was going to run, but I cannot download it to save the life of me. But this league is sponsored by, there's a lot of sponsors for this league. So we got Asphalt Outlaws Racing, Top Mark Property Inspections, Weld Works LLC, Tiger Contracting, Johnny Johnson Motorsports, and NASCAR Diecast Sales and Card Breaks. That's what the main sponsor of the league is here today. You will see me in the warm-up. I am not in the warm-up session. I accidentally joined as a driver. Normally do that, but first is, that's not it. That's the warm-up. Let's get the qualifying. So Bill Hales will sit on the pole. James Cottrone second. Nick Gardner third. Fourth. Matt Hayden fifth. Kevin Winker sixth. Rusty Modesty seventh. Brett Summers. Wait, yes. Brett Summers eighth. Isaac Smallwood ninth. Nate Cogdell 10th. Michael Newman 11th. Colton Hardy 12th. Haas Beverly 13th. Dennis Steele 14th. Matthew. That's such an easy name to say, but I'm going to butcher it, so I'm going to go around that last name. 15th, Caleb Clinard. 16th, Ashley Elson. 17th, Jesse Calloway. 18th, Skylar Berry. 19th, Clinton Woodby. That's, and there I am. I'll move these spots up one. So 20th will be Kevin. Oh, I'm not even going to try that one. 21st, Mark Beverly. 22nd, Keith Prince. 24th, or 23rd, Dylan Haas. 25th, or 24th will be John. That's all the drivers in this race, so they need to get some of their last names down a little bit here. Also give them a paint refresh. Trying a different type of pin here, I believe. Yes, I'm running a 1440p stream now. I don't know how it looks. Hopefully it looks a little bit clearer. I use a 1080p monitor, so I don't normally have that look on this, and there's also a completely new look to OBS at the same time. So this is going to be a little bit interesting, kind of working OBS and this all at once, because a lot of this stuff is controlled through OBS. We already got some people in here saying go Winker. No Winker from some other leagues, not leagues that I've raced in necessarily. We'll get trading paints and we'll give them a paint refresh about lap 5 just to make sure. And we got some paints that are still loading in actually. Pace truck will pull off here. Starter will have the flag in his hand. As the green flag is in the air, we are underway here. A lot of movement already. These guys are kind of trying to line up behind each other and push pretty straight, but it's going to kind of create a little snake here. You see these guys, it's not a lot of movement, but they're trying to follow each other exactly nose to tail, and that's going to end up probably getting somebody hooked here if I had to guess. 3-2's going to move up just a little bit. Going to check the stream here very, very quickly to make sure that this quality is actually where I want it to be. Yeah, that looks a lot clearer than what it normally does because I'm running higher resolution on this stream, making it run that. So, we get some more race info here. Oh, there should be race info somewhere. Maybe Nate sent me something. I'm going to check very, very quickly. I know he sent me the schedule. It's not on the schedule, though. It may just be straight through here. I'll have to get that checked out. But Winker has gone to the lead. He's actually the biggest mover of the race. He's up 4 positions, so he started 5th. He's going to go down to the bottom of the block. Bill's going to get a shot in the rear. Brett might have not noticed that. Somebody's looking to come down on him. Door slam him here. Winker's going to try to work both lanes. He's going to stay with the 16, though. Decide not to go back down. I don't think he can go back down, even if he wanted to. No, he cannot now. So early on, I would still expect these guys to be pretty even with each other. Kevin has ran the fastest lap of the race. I honestly wouldn't hate to be one of these drivers back here, as that is going to be extremely hard to tell who's who. They may have the wrong paints in, so let me do a refresh again. Kevin ran a 46.59. I thought they were actually running 50-second laps for some odd reason. I don't know why. It's been a while since I've ran this track. Ooh, we got somebody turned up in front of the pack, and we almost have a truck go around. Not sure who that is. That is Nick Gardner. Truck almost flipped. Extremely close to flipping. And I looked down at my keyboard for literally just a second to see if I was pressing the wrong button. So who makes the wrong move? Did he just go up to block, or he may have not? So the 38 holds his line. The 16 just slowly drifts up, and then he's lucky he didn't flip right there. That truck was getting ready to go over. And then looks like Nate Cogdale, he gets punted from behind, goes through the infield. The 12 looks like he gets involved. Probably got drilled from behind also. Yep, he's going to be slowing down, and he's just going to get rammed here in a minute. And, you know, right in the rear, we'll go around it. Luckily, it looks like that's all the damage that was done to him. He'd be pretty fine. I wouldn't be too worried if I was him at the moment. A Razor truck, I like that. I use some Razor products also. You have the Razor keyboard and mouse. Used to use Logitech mouse, but mine was like 10 plus years old, and I couldn't find one that was similar to it, so I saw this Razor one. I went with that. Let me check the fuel load. Oh, 70% fuel load. They'll go about 30-ish laps on fuel, if I had to guess, around that mark. They won't be able to go much longer than that, and then they'll start to sputter and eventually give out. You don't want to be dealing with that as a driver, especially if you run out in front of everybody else. So we might see some people come down pit road. See who makes a decision. The 53 Hales, Brett, James, Matt, Rusty, Isaac, Colton Hardy. Pretty much everybody comes down, and I would have done the exact same thing here. I wouldn't have stayed out. Just it's early on. You can get on the same pit strategy with everybody else, pretty much. You see, yeah, luckily I'm not sitting there in the pits. I'm an idiot. Nate might have some front end damage, though. Yeah, he does. That truck is... You want to get that damage fixed. So luckily, you can get about 1.5 minutes done. I think it's being pretty cautious on that time, though. But he'll definitely be getting a lot of this front end damage fixed, because one thing these trucks do not do well is take any damage. They're so air reliant. These trucks to begin with are basically foot to the floor the whole entire time, because there's such high downforce. Winker, he'll have the lead. Biggest mover now is Ellison Jr. I want to say that's a girl. I'm not completely sure. Actually sounds like a girl's name, but it also could be a guy name. Well, it could be a guy at the same time, but I don't know. Caleb Clinard, who are evidently teammates, no doubt about that, running the same paint scheme at the moment. It's a different number is all. See, that looks like that is a Hendrick car paint scheme, just recolored there. Yeah, Nate got most of his damage fixed. Gardner, he had his front, or I think his right front fender. Yeah, his right front fender's gone. Hardy's there. Haas, the way Nick hit, it's like he didn't even get hit that hard. Like the front just flew off for some odd reason. I don't know why it would have came off like that. It looked like he was not going to have any damage from it. I mean, just back it into the wall and it'd be fine. But evidently, iRacing had other plans for that, and they wanted him to have damage. But lights have gone off on the pace car here. So they will get the green flag next time by. So 1 caution, 8 laps into the race, happened on lap 6. No, 5. Make sure real quick. Does show me it happened on lap 5. Nope. Yep. Lap 5. Just the start of lap 5, coming across the green-white checkered start-finish line. Probably 100, not even 100 yards after it. See, it's going to continue. This 97's catching up. I don't know why he's waiting. The 16, I want to see how this damage will do with him. Because he's got some heavy damage still. I mean, it's not light by any means. I mean, it looks like it's just, you're thinking, oh, it's just the right front. Well, that's a pretty big piece that's gone. And that's going to be dragging pretty heavily. Not really dragging tire-wise, because I mean, it's not touching the tire anymore. But it's going to be dragging in the sense of arrows. It's going to be pulling it backwards. So I don't think he's going to be able to lead a line if he tries to do that. That's going to probably end up really, really bad for him. He'll just get blown by on the outside because of that. As Pace Truck will pull in here. Starter will have the flag in his hand, and the green flag is back in the air. We are back underway. These guys get a pretty good start. Winker is out front right now. Sanders running a nice paint scheme for SpaceX paint scheme. I actually thought about having one of those made, but decided not to do that. Winker is actually going to hop down to the bottom. Caleb Clinard's going to go to the front here on the back stretch, it seems like. Winker doesn't really have any help from behind quite just yet, but you see Clinard's teammate is actually coming down on the bottom as Winker will go from 1st to 4th. Looks like 3 trucks drop down in front of him. The 38 is going to stay up high. 7 and the 96. We'll have to see if these guys are going to decide to work with each other. Or 196 are going to work with each other. And it looks like right now they are. And so I'm going to show y'all a view. You may be watching any racing online, like Daytona, Talladega, Atlanta, maybe thinking, okay, why are they not able to see the wrecks in front of them? Well, this is what some of them legitimately see in front of them. They cannot see anything else but this. This is their whole view, basically, is this, and which of course they can see to the side, but just not as much as we can in our normal cars for the head restraints. But this is mainly their view of what's happening in front of them. They just see the rear bumper of a car. Is that 38 is about to get turned here by this 9. This 9 is looking around. I'm saying that because I'm a little bit nervous with him kind of moving up and down the track like he is. That's how a lot of the wrecks happen, is people they try to follow exactly, and you don't necessarily have to do that, and they're making these little movements, and when they make these little movements, it makes everybody else do it, and then, you know, let's say the guy in front of you slows down, and then you're going to clip him because you're making that movement to try to get right behind him. I saw it happen so many times, especially if it happened to me. You know, I don't really race super speedways at all. I cannot stand them for the love of my life, but Dennis Steele will go to the lead. Winker actually work his way back up front to the lead here. Probably want to control all of this, and he's going to shuck that 9 down to the bottom. As before, Justin Calloway will come with him, working his way up front right now at the moment. Cogdale, who got punted in the back, slowing down for that wreck. He's made his way up to 4th right now at the moment. And where's Nick? I don't think he can keep up. He could have gotten a bad start, that is true, but I think that damage on that right front fender is already showing heavily for him. As that 17 is going to shoot the middle. Kevin, he's got no help. Cogduck's kind of let him in. He went down on the apron. Might have realized he thought he was a little closer than what he was. He panicked some, moved down to the bottom tab. Make sure that 17 had room to go there, but that was a gutsy move by him. He did have help, kind of. Not really. The tribal. Nobody went with him through the middle. That bottom lane's not really getting up here at all. Top line seems to be a little bit more formed together. Cogdale needs help from the 9 to get up, really get anywhere. Winker's going to go block down on the bottom now. Shove at 17. At 17, I think if he gets clear of that 4, he's going to go up to that high line, try to get by him. But he's just working both lanes right now at the moment. There's nothing. This is what you have to do at super speedways. Is Winker probably a little too preoccupied with that high line. He's going to have the lead taken from him on the inside by Kevin. Who will just fight for it down the back stretch here. And these guys in the back, like you see those few teammates back there, I would actually probably want to be there. It's 14 laps into an 80 lap race. There's no need to go really gutsy and try to make a lot of moves that aren't going to really pay off in the long run. 4th and go down to the bottom, kind of leave Winker out to not necessarily drive it. Winker's going to back up to that 12. That 17 and 4 are going to work together now. Show each other by Winker's. Needs the he's trying to side draft here. You see him kind of weaving, going down there. He's probably trying to side draft the 17 as he gives a shot to the 4. 4's wiggles a little bit because of that. He's going to be chased up the track. Winker's all over this 4, trying to get him. I don't know if he's deciding to shove or if he's just an aggressive pusher, but you want to watch your temps right now, especially too, as Winker's actually going to go down to the bottom and try to get the 17 to shove him by now. He's going to make that move, and it looks like he will get the lead here. He'll easily get that there. Biggest mover now is Evan, actually. He's up 20 positions at the moment with the lead now as he's hopped up into that top line. The Winker and Cogdale have found each other. Now that 4 is going to hop down in front of Winker. Going to try to take his hand at the lead. So not a shortage of lead changes here for sure. I'm only 16 laps into a 80 lap race, so a little bit less than 1/4 of the way through it. Guys are running 47.88. So it's actually surprising. They have some fall off here. They started running 47 flats, running 47.8s at the moment. I would have expected that they would have kept up that pace at least. I don't know why it would have dropped for them. That's a little odd to see. I don't think tires are going to wear that much at a track like this. Now, that could be because they're saving fuel, possibly, trying to stretch it. I don't know exactly. I mean, it's weird to see. I don't know why they would be running that. These guys are pulling the. I'm just going to stay out of the way of everybody else. I'm going to let everybody else race And I'll deal with them later. Move, which I would honestly be pulling the exact same thing. Just stay out of the wreck, stay out of the big one that's going to happen, because there's going to be a big one that happens here. No doubt about that. There's always one. Brad Kozlowski says someone throws a stupid block and they go, ooh. That's what he says. Really funny at the same time. I didn't see that until years later after he did it. But Winker's still looking on that high line, pushing Jesse Callaway all the way up there on that top line. So we got two lines like that. The top line's more tight together. The bottom line, however, seems to have more momentum sometimes. It takes them a little bit to build runs. See that top line doesn't have that many cars or truck as compared to that bottom line, even though they're not all bunched together. Now that top line has more trucks with them, but bottom line is just taking the shortest way around at the moment. So if they're going to take the shortest way around, I mean, it's going to keep them competitive. However, they're going to be scrubbing off a lot of speed, cranking that wheel because of it. Still going to work that bottom. He's actually getting a little bit up there now. Hopefully he can maybe take the lead from the Fords. He's still working it, making that bottom work, and he's bringing the 00 with him. One thing I worry about with Cogdale is that front end damage, if it hit the radiator at all. I do not see temps though, which is good. That shows me driver inputs, but not a lot. Wish I could show you the temps that they have. Yeah, I can't show you temps that the drivers have, but I guarantee that truck's probably hot with staying as close as he is to the 17. So is Winker. Winker's probably back off here in a minute. And one thing that drivers you have to worry about temperatures. You can shove in the corners if you're very secure on the rear end. You do not want to really hit in the middle of the corners, because that'll just send somebody loose. Extremely loose. Because Winker's going to go down to the bottom. The 4 was trying to block him, but he didn't get down there in time. Top line's going to be broken up really quick, and you can see everybody abandoning it. As soon as they see that top line got broken up, they just all went down to the bottom. He said, I don't want anything to do with this. Get me away from it. Sometimes you have to make that choice. .17 might get shoved here in a minute too hard, because he's going off the bottom just a tad right now. Not too far off the bottom though, but he's definitely getting off of it, off the top. Excuse me, not bottom. Ooh, Cogdale thought about it. Maybe he thought 3 wide there for a minute. I don't know if he was going to kind of block the 9 at the same time or what, but he definitely thought about it. He might realize, hey, it's a little too early to do a 3 wide move here, especially going through the tri-wall. That's not a good idea to begin with. This guy's back here. So pit stop should happen. Oh, and there they go. I saw a lot of movement. Somebody was swerving back there. I don't know if it was just movement off of turn 2 that got somebody loose. What it appears like it may be. Yeah, that breaks up that group again. They're trying to make it work. I don't know if they came down to the bottom. Kevin's, see how he's opposite right there? He's thinking, do I go down and block the 42? He's actually going to stay in that high line with the 4 instead. We got a lot of Chevys, very little amount of Fords, and very little amount of Toyotas, which is not surprising. Kind of what it's like in real life, too, to be honest with you. But Winker, he'll grab the lead back as he's been leading a good majority of this race with Cogdale. Cogdale, you know, he got in that accident earlier. Might have not realized that 17 was there. Might have realized it at the same time. Just kind of went up just a little bit. They maybe overreacted to him moving up. You know, kind of rush away from him. They didn't want anything to do with maybe even net coding, which net code would, honestly, I wouldn't be surprised if net code would say that they touched at that moment. At 17, he gets really strong runs as we have a caution here. As I believe that, yeah, that will be a stage break at 17. I think he won that stage here. So we'll see everybody come down pit road. This will be 4 tires and fuel. I don't think you're gonna not take fuel when you, or not take tires when you can. That'd be kind of a weird decision to make. That's looking for here. I know this will definitely help Clinard. Not Clinard, Nick. So with that damage, they may be able to put a front end back on that truck. Or not front end, right front back on that truck. I don't know, because I mean it's gone is the issue. Now if it was hanging off, I would say maybe they could fix it, but I don't know. It's just a hard thing to say. Might bring in Kevin here in a minute. If he is in the room, we'll see if he is. He is. We'll bring him in after his pit stop. Yeah, everybody's gonna come down pit road here at the moment. Kevin's way ahead of everybody too. I don't know if they're waiting on somebody. It's an odd thing for everybody to be that far back. Doesn't make any sense. I would have thought that they'd be up front there with them. I mean, they could catch up and slid through his box. And he's going to be off and away, so he should win the race off pit road here. We'll bring him in. No, he's not. He's actually, yeah, he took 4 tires. That's why. Looks like Dylan's not the leader. I don't know why it's put him as a leader. Brett actually won that race off pit road. We will bring in Kevin here. Let me get in a... Do I have the arms to drag people, though? Question, I do. Okay, let me bring Kevin in. Kevin is with Misfit. Dragging him up here very quickly. Let me drag him anywhere else. Come on. Drag him up here. It will not let me move him towards this upper part because there's so many. I get it. I know there's an unread here. There we go. Sorry, it's taking me for so long to drag him up here. Hey, Kevin, this is Bryce in the booth. Have a copy, man.
Yeah, I gotcha.
Man, so you win. I believe that was a stage right there. You know, how's the truck handling for you? It seemed like you guys were just battling for the lead right there.
So I'm just kind of the idiot that lucked into it because I didn't even realize we were doing a stage break there. So I just kind of, I guess, picked the right lap to lead, but every now and then, I guess you'd rather be lucky than good. So it's a handful. A lot of aggressive driving. We kind of saw that early on about lap 6 when we had that little incident going into turn 1. But I'm kind of surprised that we didn't have a caution sooner than that. I figured we were going to end up with kind of a big mess. There was a few times there was a big handful and just people kind of lifting and leaving some room and trying to live to race another lap. So this is fun so far.
Yeah, Daytona is definitely a hectic track. You know, what do you think you need to take home the win here? Because, I mean, you're doing one thing right now is you're up front, you're away from the mess, but what do you think you need to do here in these closing about 50-ish laps?
Well, we were just talking about fuel. We're going to be just shy of making it on one more fuel stop, so I think that's going to be, you know, kind of a factor. Getting in and out of pit road, especially getting out of pit road with it being flat here, that's going to be it's probably going to be a handful on some older tires. So I think that's going to be a big key if we don't see any other cautions. It's just kind of who can get out of pit road, who can have some friends to draft with as they're coming out of pit road. Obviously not speeding on the way in, but also not giving up time. So.
All right, man. Well,
let's see. I'm personally kind of hoping we get a little bit of a yellow here, and we don't have to worry about green flag stops.
All right, man. Well, I'll let you go, but good luck to you, man.
All right, I appreciate it. Thanks.
It was Kevin. They're gonna move him back down to his room. So many of these to go by. You used to be able to drag them. You have to like manually move them between rooms, which is super annoying. But Brett actually he comes out with the lead. He took fuel only. Most guys actually, that's not what I meant to hide. Most guys took 4 tires of fuel. Beverly took 4 seconds of fuel. So did Dylan. There's no way you get enough fuel in 4 seconds. Unless you didn't put on the first caution. That is a chance. But lights are off on the pace truck as it will pull in here. Coming to the green flag as it will fly in the air after that stage break. The 7 gets a massive jump, and he's going to get absolutely railroaded here in a minute once they catch up to him. This is not going to end up good for him. He's going to... No, actually, surprisingly, they didn't get a good start either. I'd almost wonder if they did that on purpose. But the 12's going to go down to the bottom and actually help the 7, but that 17 depth is going to blow by him. That's the momentum. Just straight momentum going by him. You see that? I mean, they literally can't do it on camera. Literally can't do anything. All right, well, now they're going to fight back on the inside. The 7 gave this, 12 gave the 7 a shot. Going to get him going down at the corner a little bit better than what he probably was. So I do expect these guys. This is hot. I do expect most of these guys to race pretty clean. I don't think that they're going to go nuts quite just yet. Now, the time that they will go nuts will probably be 15 laps to go. It's what I've saw with all racing standpoints that they go stupid with that many laps to go. I don't know why, but they do. See, Winker's going to try to work his way back up to this pack. Pack now is a 4 is going to make a move down to the inside, and he'll take the lead now. Cogdale has a choice. Do I stay with the 17? Looks like he will. Could have tried to make a move to the outside. I don't know if it would have worked. Actually, it was probably a good choice for him to decide and stay down there or stay up there with him. Just say, hey, I'm not going to be able to get around you. Let's just go ahead and just shove each other, man. It's not worth it at the moment. $17, throwing a little bit of a block, kind of, not really. I don't think that 10 was close enough to really pose a challenge. this early on, I can't blame them for throwing blocks, and they're not egregious ones either. I don't know if I'd be doing that. So they said making it in one stop. I should have asked how close they were on fuel. So what they can do is, to save fuel, is be like one of these cars that are tucked in behind them. You surprisingly save like 2 to 3 laps of fuel, maybe even 4, given that when you're not leading. Now, when you're leading, you have to be pedaled to the floor, and you use so much more fuel. It's ridiculous. So they could make it on one more stop if they really did try to stretch it. They may be able to stretch it. We'll just have to see. Double zero, Cogdale. I get a good shove by the 4. The 17 still going to lead. No, he's not now. The thing about these super speedways is they get in such a stalemate. .16 seated. Does he have a right front now, or yeah, he got 45 seconds of damage fixed. I hope he has a right front now. He doesn't, and I don't think he's going to get that right front back either. That's going to suck for him. I mean, he's going to be basically out of contention the whole entire day, just based off of that. I mean, it's such a big factor. You need that right front. We got 3 wide. Kevin Winker up high. He's brought Skyler Barry with him. Nope. Yes, he's brought Barry with him. He's brought Hales with him. These guys are going to go 3 wide through the tri-wall. It's a little bit closer together than we would like it to be, but if you make it work, you make it work. So let's just see if they can. So far, so good between these guys. Now it's a lot of slicing and dicing between them. 17 shot to the bottom. He will get the lead. He's going to try to slide. I think he tried to slide up in front of the 42 there, but he wasn't quite clear of Winker. Hales is on the bumper. Winker's shoving him hard. He's giving him all that he can take at the moment. Now these lanes, so it's so fast from looking like they're not together to they are together. They form up, then they deform super quickly. Winker, he will get the lead back, it looks like, off the bumper of Hales. With that 17, he got a shot from that 38 going into the corner. Going to give him a massive run going into it. Might be a little bit hectic doing that. I'd be a little bit worried. The only reason I say that is because you can hit somebody and they go down to the apron and clip it, and that gets that truck. That gets that truck really upset. I mean, super upset. They cannot handle it a lot of the times. That's just them bottoming out. Somebody tried to go to the outside. I don't think they wanted to. It looks like that might be the 10 behind the 4. Now that's the, who is this on the high line? 318. Looks like he got a little bit loose on exit. He drifted up the track. I thought he was going to try to make it through wide because of that move, but he decided to just tuck back inside instead, which is honestly not a bad idea. I would want to think maybe they're doing this to... Save fuel? This may be to save fuel. I would think that you can make it. If the 17 is telling the truth, he's going to be close on fuel. I think that you can really, really make it on one more stop. If you really stretch it, pull Logano and somehow have extra fuel hidden in your car, which I still don't understand how he made it to the end. I don't think anybody really did. .42 and 17. Still just going at it. Somebody is in the wall. I heard a little bit of a scrape. Must have just been my imagination, but they are getting close to the halfway point in this race. At least one more pit stop, maybe two. Now, if you do have to do two, and you know for sure that you're going to have to do two pit stops, you could decide to short pit, as they're going to be throwing a lot of blocks here. Winker down to the middle. The 17 tried to block, but Winker was not having it. He kind of nudged his way in there, really didn't even make any contact, just put the 17 in a really weird spot. Go to lead here. That 17 going to have the 53 of Bill Hells helping him on the outside, but Bill does not have any help behind him, so it's going to really limit what he can do at the moment. Winker's found his way back up here. Skylar Berry's trying to come with him. I think he wanted to go down to the bottom, but the 38 was there still. Five's going to kind of arrow push the 38, get him up there now. These guys are racing each other pretty hard, and I like to see that racing. I like to see clean, hard racing, as long as you're not wrecking each other. That's pretty good. I just cursed him here now that I said that. Berry weaving around. I think he's trying to block that 17 at the same time. Middle lane holding the oak ground. Oh, contact between Berry and, it looks like the 6. Berry goes up in the wall down the back stretch. We're going to stay green. That was really weird contact. Like, it's like they weren't even near each other. And they just made contact. I'm going to look at this really quick. I didn't really see them touch. Does that 6 get some help going around? That's odd. And the car just like, look at it step out. Oh, yep, that's what I thought. So that was just netcode between him and Cogdale. Gonna look, it looks like the 6 got loose, but that's netcode, Cogdale and him. And Berry looks like this is a weird chain of events here. Berry doesn't like react. Like, the truck just slowly goes into the wall. It couldn't have damaged the steering that bad. Wow, it just really didn't get any grip on that. That's odd to see. I mean, I really would have thought it would have gotten grip from that. So it's like that truck just never gained back any sort of traction once he got nicked. And these guys in the back have now turned it up a little bit. They're running 46.8. That's some of them, and the 11 almost goes around. Dylan Pass will save it. Skylar Berry coming back out on the track now. Bill Hales will leave the bottom. Clinton Woodby, familiar name that I know, will be behind him, shoving him. Pretty similar paint scheme also. But Berry's race is pretty much over. How is Brett back? Ooh, wait. No? How is he back here? I don't know why he's back there. I think he got a black flag or anything. Yeah, it doesn't... Hold on, we're going to look at this really quickly. It does have them entering pit road. What? I don't know why it has them entering pit road. That's surely after the green was taken, too. That's an odd sequence of events. I'm so confused why they came to pit road like that. I can't see any penalties that have been issued. I'm not able to see that even if they did have on there. Which, maybe that is what happened. See, Barry's going to lead these guys back here now. So, if they do have one more pit stop, they'll pit. I think they're going to... I'd run it dry. I think the 17 has realized that he needs to tuck in, because you see that blue and yellow truck back there right now. Led a good majority of this race. Hales has been up front the whole entire time, pretty much. Winker fell back a little bit. Led a good portion of the start, though, so he's got familiarity up here. Not like he hasn't been up there at all. Ooh, the 53 is going to save it off the corner. That was almost bad. Second time we saw something happen off of turn 2. We're going to go back and watch the 53 here. He might have gotten some help. He might have not. I don't think he did necessarily. We're going to check very, very quickly, though. Nope, just net code there. Gets loose. He's able to save it. Really, no damage was done to him either. That almost ended up absolutely horrible for him. Top line needs to form back up. I still think they're in fuel. Yeah, they're definitely in fuel mode. They've backed off a whole second on their timing. I don't think that could get them. I don't, that might be able to get them enough. I don't know. This is just weird on the fuel. I like this. I like the fuel races just to see if you can save enough to get to the end. I don't really like when it comes to so many cautions and stuff like that, like especially Pocono this week or last weekend. Really annoying when they kept wrecking because they couldn't stop wrecking each other. Or less caution also had fuel to the end. So after he got a speeding penalty, leading the whole, or when he got the lead, pit road, as there's 4 trucks that come down pit road, the 17, 38, 5, and 6. So they must be able to make it to the end on this pit stop, or they're going to bank on it. Let's just see if these guys behind them come down pit road now. So will they come down next lap, or will they stay out? I'd honestly run it as dry as you can get it. As dry as it'll go. Contact between the 4 and the 42. I don't know if the 4 knew he was down there. Just door slammed him immediately. Dennis Steele will now lead, as there's going to be 3 more trucks. 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, it looks like. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. Yeah, it looks like 9 more come down. Skylar Berry, he's a lap down. He comes with them. So when will this group come down now is the better question. I would still be trying to go as long as I can. If you're taking a full tank of fuel, maybe you can get 4 tires. Maybe. just see what they do. Look, guys that are coming off pit road. Looks like they are taking 4 because we got 12-second pit stops. Yeah, it looks like they are. So this will be probably 4 tire stop also. As they get slowed down. 1, 2. And they almost don't get slowed down in time. The 3 almost drilled the 92 in the rear. So how will these guys come out now? Get blown by here in a minute by the group that's gotten organized. Yep. Well, we're going to spread out here to mess them up if I had to guess. No, they're going to actually go way high. So now can you make it on fuel is the question. Do you have enough to the end? If you, oh, sorry, pull my headset out. Luckily, it doesn't change the sound at all. Bill Hells, yeah, goes drop the jack. Does look like most of these were 4 tire stops. Yeah, that's what it looks like they were. So where are they going to join now is the better question. They will join in. Let's see, where is this other group? There's a track map here. So you can see these groups coming through. They'll kind of mesh with everyone else. So pretty good job getting on and off pit road. They're still getting up to speed. They're way below speed, actually. They're out. Oh, the 9 nicks the 4, and the 4 is able to save it. Second time we saw somebody just not realize that, hey, there's somebody down here. You can't just turn down and say, ooh, there goes the 4 again, and he will save it. Callaway has had his hand full. Man, damn, they're just beating him up now. That's 3 times in 10 seconds that he's gotten contact. None of his doing. But this guy's now sorted out. So Dennis Steele came down lap 50 or 49. So it'll be close on fuel. It really will be. If I was Dennis, 1, do not lead. Get out of the front. Not because he can't drive, because you need to save fuel. I think he's realized that. He's going to let the lead go, which is a good call from him. Also, Gatorade. I don't know. Gatorade looking at that paint makes me think of like the 90s. No idea why. But I don't know. Let's just see how this goes. It's going to be close on fuel. Now, if they get a caution, that might get them over the edge on fuel. But Winker's looking to the outside. Winker wants to lead this race. So does Woodby. I just realized Winker is only a C-class driver. It felt like, I guess he just likes the trucks. I don't know. Let me say you can progress and everything. I have no idea. Would be still gonna maintain that lead. Gonna ride that bottom line. No, that was almost bad for the 196. Caleb Clinard. I think I saw that truck step out. When these guys get back to start-finish line, we're going to do a lap on board here with 5 different drivers. We're going to go from the gyro cam. Gyro, same thing. English is not my first language. American is. I speak freedom. Speaking of freedom, look at Cogdell's paint scheme at the same time. It's actually hopped up in front of Winker. But we will start that now. We will have everything else will be up like normal, though. So you will see the timing as the 196 gets shucked out of line. They let him back in, though. we are done with that now. These guys are kind of picking up a little bit, getting inside 20 to go at 21 right now. So next time by will be 20 laps left here. The reason I do those on board is it gives me a little bit of a break from commentating, lets me kind of reset myself, honestly. Okay. Real life news, I may be doing an internship with our hockey team that we just got in Whitfield, Virginia. Semi-pro internship I need for college, as the 38 has decided to ride the high line. I don't know if that's going to work out too well. The reason I say that is because being in the high line, so you can't get out of a wreck when you're in the high line. On the bottom, you can go to the apron. When you commit to that high line, if they wreck, it's like, well, nowhere to go. You literally have nowhere to go. It just, I don't know. I really do not know. It sits so raw, and there they go. There goes the 196, the 17, the 5. Looks like it started with the 5 of Matt Hayden. As they bring out the caution with 20 to go, he's able to lock it down and avoid any serious contact. Just as I was talking about not wanting to be in that high line, it looks like it started with the 5. Lost where he is on the timing. Matt Hayden, that looks like this is where it started. Yeah, this is definitely where it started. So he moves to the inside. Skylar's coming up. They make some contact. That sends Skylar back down into one of the teammates at the 196. Then it's just on from there. Who else is involved in this incident? I think everybody else is able to avoid it. He may have clipped somebody else up there. I think he did. Yeah, he got the 50. Oh, he's so lucky he got hit in the door. And now he's not lucky. The 53 just got destroyed. 5 actually comes away with the least damage from that. So now we take all the fuel guessing, throw it out the window, because they're probably going to have fuel to make it to the end now. If they're as close as the 17 said, they're sounded like they are, you should be fine. Just have to see. Who comes down pit road? Will they come down pit road? That's a better question. Will they come down pit road now? Yes, they will. Nobody will stay out. Barry can't get the free pass. So, yeah. Good call. And I don't think it's going to hurt him. If they were really close, I might as well just come down and get fuel. And get 4 tires. We're going to have guys that have damage here, evidently, too. So, get that fixed. It's going to be really bad, really bad if you have to deal with that. We already saw that with the 16. Who is Dylan? Why is it putting him as the leader? I don't know why it is. Keith Prince will be the leader. Keith in a room. Let's find out. Hey, Vsauce. Michael here. Where are your fingers? Keith. He is. Make sure he actually is. I want to make sure he actually is the legitimate leader because, well, actually, we'll pass on this one because it's going to be 20 to go. Let's see if this works out for him. He took 4 tires and fuel. We're going to see some guys sitting in pit road. Yeah. See the 196 and the 133. These paint schemes are going to mess with me so much. Why is the 1 so small? I don't know if y'all can see that. Look at how small that is. It's too blurry. It's too pixelated. I wish I could get this to capture a little bit higher resolution, but that is so small the 1 is on those trucks. That's ridiculous. So let me see if I can get a higher. have the fastest hook rate we can get? There we go, whatever. I'm going to see if I can get this a little bit higher resolution eventually for you all. I wish you could see how small this one is on those trucks. Yeah, I knew something wasn't right. I was wrong. 3 went back down and he's topped off. Some other guys are top. Oh my gosh, he's got a right front fender. Miracle. Lights have gone off on the pace car, so this time they will get the green flag there. However, are only at the exit of 2. It's going to take him 50,000 years to get to turn 3 here. As they enter 3 and 4 here, this is kind of known as the. If you know anything about Daytona, this is where Dale Earnhardt Sr. lost his life in 2001. Yes. It's 2 years before I was born. Yes, I'm young. I'm 21. In 2003, May 19th. I was born later in the day that day too, but remember when I was young, I actually got a cake that still had his car on it. I can't remember how young I was, but I was really young. I think I was probably like, honestly, 3 or 4 years old. I was really young. I got that, but I asked for race car cake, and it had him on the hood, or on the cake. I said the hood on the cake, but green flag is back in the air. You're back in the way here. The team gets a big jump on the field. However, at a track like this, that is not going to matter one bit because you're going to get ran down because these cars are so aero-reliant at a track like this. '97 of Colton Hardy. I almost said Harvey. Hardy on the outside here. So a little bit of a different name up here. The 5 who was involved in that last wreck. I'm not going to say it was fully caused by him because there was a lot of pinballing around. He is still up in the mix right now at the moment. I don't expect that to be the last wreck that we have as we are coming to 15 to go. This is about the time that brain cells start leaving faster than the bubonic plague drops people. I don't know what that is. Bubonic plague was horrible. Happened early in history. Killed a lot of people. That's a bad comparison. Anyway, brain cells leave very quickly in these last few closing laps here at any track, especially super speedways. It's a lot worse, and I mean a lot worse. They are 3 wide right now. Probably going to stay 3 wide for a long time. Probably honestly till the green, white, checkered, or till the checkered flag. The 92 and the 53 will go down to the bottom together. Till the 53, he got nicked twice in that last wreck. So that is definitely interesting to see him up here. Not sure if they get a fast repair. They may get a fast repair maybe in the rules. I didn't really check the rules in time I was at work the whole entire day, 40 hours, like the last 6 or 7 weeks. So we'll have to see. Bill can hold the bottom. I think Clinton's probably going to stick to him there as they're getting a little bit antsy. The 17, look at him working his way back up here. He led most of this race. Again, fuel's not a concern. Somebody's going to get shucked out from behind. That is the 11. I don't know if that might be a call just from him to, hey, I'm going to get out of all this. Yeah, I'd honestly get out of all this too. You got 14 laps to go. Let these guys do whatever they want to do. This is... And there goes somebody into the wall. They keep it straight. That may have just been my connection, though, but the 3 looks like he did get into the wall pretty decent. Prince, there's going to be a lot more bump drafting, especially in such a confined area. This never ends up well at all. one person makes a mistake, and then it's just, hey, I'm gonna get absolutely drilled. Work out. I don't really like all this movement in the middle. I just don't want to be. I don't want to be with. No. Get me out of this pack right now. I still feel like I have too much time to work with. Oh gosh, who's that? Somebody's going to get off, so they're going to turn him. That looks like that's the 18. He's going to turn this 3 here in a minute. We're going to either have somebody drift up into each other, or this 18 is going to hook this 3 because he keeps getting close to that quarter panel and he's swiping it. What I mean by that is he's going from the left side to the right side of it. And it's really in the corners more than anything else that I see it happen, and I just don't feel comfortable with it. Let's see how this is going to work. I don't... They will come to 11 to go here now. As they're going to get closer and closer together. Still no contact made between these guys. They're just deadlocked for first place right now. One person gets the edge, and then the other one fights back. It's just going to be who can beat the first person across the line when it matters, or who can beat the first person across the line when it matters. This is going to be really, really interesting. The 17 can't block the 3. Oh, he gets a little bit of shove from the 38. Sends him up the track. Still going down there. 3 with the lead here. Familiar number up front. Hopefully it ends the good way and not the bad way. The 17, however, is trying to fight his way back up here. He has, looks like, the 38 coming with him. Trying to shove him. He can get that quarter panel. He's gotten the quarter panel now. He needs that 38 to get up to him because Bill is on the 3 right now. The 38 is not going to be able to get to him in time, so he's going to have to side draft a little bit here, slow down that 53, pull him back to him. Looks like he is able to do that coming down the back stretch here now. 38, 17. There's that 38 hooking up with him now. He's doing a little bit of a shove. The 18's coming with the shove from the 9. The 9 down into the 6. I saw that coming. And that's going to bring out a caution here. It looks like it's only 2 drivers, surprisingly. Yeah, I saw that happening before I could change the cameras. And I think it was the 6 who may have gotten swerved into. Oh, yes, it was. So the 9, he's just up in the marbles here and pulls it down, and he just goes into the 6 right in the door. And the 10 gets a little bit of damage, but I think he's going to be fine. 2 other trucks get some damage, but I think they're going to be fine with that. The 6 actually really didn't get that bad of damage, to be honest with you. But I think he'll be able to fix it. You're staying out here if you are any of these drivers. You're not coming down pit road. You are them. But we'll wait to see when they get past the start-finish line. I'm going to go on mute here very, very quickly. We did have some takers, Newman, Ashley Ellison. I think that was the truck that got it. A little bit of damage. Smallwood has came down pit road also. And a Steele, Caleb Clinner, Rusty Modesty, Haas Beverly. Oh, he was the one that lost a front end. Well, now we know. somebody's front end's gone. That's not a good sign. I had to deal with that at Pocono last week when I ran some of the opens. I lost a front end, and it's like dropping an anchor. Literally, it's like I threw an anchor over the edge, and it was a piece of crap. It's the worst thing I ever drove. You do not want to have to deal with that if you are a driver, for sure. But before these guys go green, I'm going to go on mute here again, and I will be back before we get the green flag with 6 laps to go. Would roll ads, but I don't have the ad. It would not let me download it for some odd reason. Again, this league is sponsored by, I need to really print off a piece of paper to have, to be honest with you, for how many sponsors they have. Some of them I'm not able to put in quite just yet because it's too much for the code to handle. I got to get a special code. The winning bid, NASCAR diecast sales and card breaks, Johnny Johnson Motorsports, Tiger Contracting, Weld Works LLC, Asphalt Outlaws Racing, Top Mark Property Inspections is the league sponsored. We're still looking for sponsors for Ghost Racing Network, by the way. But I will be right back here before the green flag happens. As I am back here, was watching the whole entire time. Pace truck pulls in here at 6 laps to go here as the green flag is back in the air. We are back underway here. Keith Prince with the lead. I might expect, no, I'm not going to expect this to be the last caution. I think we're going to get at least one more here as Big shoved from the 17 and the 53. The 17 been up here the whole entire day. Got shuffled back a little bit, but he's found his way back up towards the front, and we'll have to see if he throws his head out the window or if he keeps it up on him. Here's a little bit of contact between him and the 53. I think that was a little more just shoving than anything else. 5 Zucker also, after saw him get a little bit of damage from going down into the he got into somebody there. But that 53 gonna maintain the lead here as they come to 5 to go. Again, you get 2 laps to go, you get a caution, it'll be a green white checkered, stack them up and start them again. But once you get the white flag, doesn't matter what happens, the whole field can wipe out behind you. You win the race. Next flag ends it after that. So the 53 and the 17 really staying hooked to each other. Right now, Hale's best friend is the 17. 3's best friend is a 92. Unless the 92 opens the door, and he did a little bit. That's going to open it for, can't see who that is behind him, but he's going to go and get that spot. Somebody, oh gosh, somebody's blinking. Oh no, this is not good. Cogdale is blinking. Hopefully that's just on my end, but we cannot see him there, as now a lot of stuff has happened up front. The 17, the 38 are now going to try to go for the lead here. They need some people behind him. Hopefully that 3 can get there to him, but if he can't, this 18's going to turn this 00 here in a minute. A little bit of side draft. That's just a lot of hard side draft between these two. Is that 3's massive run? He's going to take it too. Going to be 3 wide here. Now the 5 has hopped up to help the 38. Try to shove him in the back. Get him working arrow-wise. Somebody's going to wreck by drifting up into each other here. I can see it happen. There's so much movement. We are coming to 3 to go here. A little bit of contact. The 53 overcorrects into the field. And this is the big one. The 97 has flipped over, going across the start-finish line. Lands on all 4, but I saw that happening from a mile away. Knew it was coming. I think Bill got a shot in the rear, and that's what began this whole entire sequence of events to cause him to wreck like this. It's actually his door slapped by the 17. I don't know if this is an overcorrection or not. Please don't tell me he's holding his wheel to the right. Please don't tell me he is. I'm gonna be so... No, he's not. That's the second time we saw that. It's like they just don't get any grip once they go sideways. And watch this 97 here. We'll pause it. Look at the 97. Look at this truck just go over. Completely on its roof. Rolls back over on all 4s. Slides to a stop. And it honestly looks like he has less damage than everybody else, too. Yeah, I mean, that truck looks like it has less damage. We're going to go on board with him, though, to see what it looks like from his point of view. And the truck's still running too. That's what's more amazing. And he has a front end still. And his steering doesn't look like it's that damaged either. But yeah, here comes everybody down pit road. Like I said, I was not surprised that that happened. Not because they can't race, but because it's not Talladega. It's Daytona. It's a super speedway. Wrecks like this are going to happen, especially in the closing laps. It's just... everybody's pushing, and there was a lot of movement too. I kept seeing people drift up off the bottom, and I knew that something was going to happen before too long, and evidently it did. It happened. I called it. I did not like how much movement they had all over the track. Evidently they do get a fast repair though. Next week they will be at, that's a clip. Wow. Somebody has posted a video of their tire being completely broken. Next week, where is the schedule? He sent me a schedule. There it is. They will be at Las Vegas. That will be 111 laps. Old Atlanta the week after that. Bristol, Kansas, Nashville, Pocono, Charlotte, Knoxville, Watkins Glen, Darlington, Worldwide Technology, Talladega, Homestead, Richmond, Indy, Texas, Rockingham, Chicago, Auto Club, Dover, Phoenix, Michigan. It's an odd track to close it out on, but okay. But I'm going to go on mute again here before they take the green flag. Now, tell me who you all think is going to win this race with how it's gone so far in the comments here, because I'm a little bit curious to have y'all's take on it. As you see, the pace truck has pulled off here. Think this may be an unofficial green white checkered attempt here, but the green flag is back in the air. We are back underway here now. Cogdale and Kevin up front. See who makes a big move here. We got so many trucks that look similar here. The second and third truck in line. Actually, there are so many trucks that look similar in the paint color. The 00 will get a good run. The 16 shoving him. The 17 is hoping the 53 can get up there to give him a shot. Cogdale found his way up front here now. I don't expect this to last the calmness. I mean, the 6 just put himself in the wall trying to get up. And there they go. The 53 overcorrects, and they are absolutely junking themselves behind. Caution will come out. This is another parking lot. This is a lot of scrap pieces if you want to buy them. Who made the first accidents? It will be... This is netcode again. Are you serious? Sommers. I don't know what it looks like it's from. Never mind. This might not be netcode. And he just shot in the middle, and the 53 touched him there, and then it is on from that point. He almost flips. Who's in the middle of this? Winker is. Winker. Let's look at Kevin Winker's view. He is going to get drilled in the rear. And then everybody else in for it from his, the 97, the 6, the 93, the 12 is like the only guy that didn't get hit, it seems. Yeah, that is a lot of scrap pieces coming through. I'm going to check here very quickly. What is the... Okay, they have 2 more left. Or not 2 more, 1 more left, sorry. I don't know why I said 2 more. That was a green white checkered attempt, so now they are on their second one. So definitely do not want to be seeing. Well, if you're Cogdale, you do want to see this be taken down. Keeps taking down. Excuse me here for a moment. So now Winker will probably have the 17 shoving him now in that bottom line. It's just a wild guess from me. I think it will be the 17 that'll be shoving him. I mean, it still could very well be a truck that is all the way back here. Yeah, Skylar's had a rough day. He's gotten into two incidents not of his doing at all. This is one thing about super speedway racing is it's kind of annoying is you can be doing everything that you need to do, and then one incident and you're involved in everybody else's junk. It's like, well, that sucks, and it's just annoying. 7 will come off pit road. I think the lights have gone off on, or they're about to go off on the pace truck here. As, yes, they will. So, lights will go off on the pace car here. I really want this. I kind of want the 17 to win, just seeing how up front he's been the whole entire day, and he's been fighting back to a certain extent. He's not been a bad car at all. So I think he'll be a good choice, to be honest with you. But it could be a guy from way back that wins it. Who knows? Cogdale, the man that I think he runs this league, is up front right now. Be pretty cool to win the opener race. You always want to win the opener race. Just kind of relax a little bit. No, hey, I have a win under my belt, so I have to deal with anything. Pace truck will pull in here. The 00 gets a good jump. The 16 really wasn't up next to him there. This will be the second green-white checkered attempt here. The Metalheads Truck Series 17 going to shove the 16. Like, the question is, I think the 17 wants the 16 to get by him as he's going to go on the apron here, bottom out a little bit, shoot up the track because of that. Be a little bit nervous if I was him. That 3 is, wow, he got shoved by that 38 all the way up to the high line. Is that 17? Yep, he shugged. What? The 16 kind of got him loose, got him up into that middle line. Now the 17's trying to find a way around. They're stacking up behind him, though. Guys hitting each other all around. Woodby found his way back up front, but here comes the 17. Been a really strong truck the whole entire day. The 38's all over his bumper, trying to stay as straight as he can. As soon as they get the white flag, the next flag will end it. The 10 goes on the apron a little bit, wiggles just a tad. The 17 with the lead now. We got somebody put in the wall. It might have been the 11 of Poss. 38's trying to block that 139, or sorry, 133 up in that very, very high line. That 17 might need to hop up there. He realizes that these two are teammates in that very, very high line, and it's going to be a 3-wide battle down the backstretch here. The teammates, the 133 and the 196, will go to lead here. The 17's falling back now. Woodby getting a good shove on the bottom from the 10 of Isaac Smallwood as they're going to get turned, and the 17's going to be able to make it through as he disappears. Now Cogdale, where's he going to go? When is Smallwood going to make his move? Woodby. When is a 10? Smallwood's going to go down to the bottom, trying to find a way around. Can't get a clear lane, and it will be Clinton Woodby who will win the opening race here. Isaac Smallwood second, Nate Cogdale third. 17 disappeared. I have no idea where he went. He's actually left. He must have had a connection issue or something here. Nope, he manually disconnected. That was interesting. Clinton Woodby will come home with the win. Elizabethton, Tennessee, so he's local to me. It's really, really close, actually, surprisingly. A little bit of celebratory bumps there that he's getting from some people. Dale Earnhardt celebration through the grass. And onto pit road. That's... Ooh, I thought he was going to hit the wall. the top three have pulled up there. So if I get a better camera angle, there we go. That's a better camera angle for these three. So I will pull up the finishing order here now, and we will bring in the top three drivers. We'll start with the third place driver and Nate Cogdell. Let me get him. I've got so many Discords in here. I need to leave some of them, to be honest with you. We'll start with Nate Cogdell. Hey, Nate, this is Bryson Booth. Got a copy, man?
What's up, Bryce?
Man, so it's first race of the season. Now, how do you think it went for you, man?
Hey, I'll settle for a P3. As many trucks as got tore up tonight, I would definitely take that P3.
And, so what was going through your head that final lap, and especially that final corner? It seemed like that's when everything just broke loose.
Yeah, the final corner, man, it's about survival, and I thought I might have had a good enough run to catch back up, but I just didn't have enough straightaway left. If this was Talladega, it would have been interesting.
It definitely would have been. But, so how close were y'all on fuel before that last, or one of those cautions came out? Because the 17 told me it would have been close on making it on one more stop.
I only had one lap left when we took checkers right here, so I was close then.
Definitely looked like it. I would have liked to see that, to be honest. Just fuel mileage races are always fun to watch. But, you started, where did you start? Let me check real quick. So you started 9th, didn't qualify too bad. How does this, start your season off, knowing that you get a podium finish in the first race here?
It definitely gives you a little kick, it boosts your confidence for sure. I mean, you run P3 at Daytona, that's definitely going to help you. Hopefully we can carry it over for the rest of the season.
All right, man. Well, before I let you go, is there anybody you want to thank, any sponsors you want to shout out that may have been watching the stream here tonight?
Man, yeah, I got a whole bunch of sponsors I got to thank. They have come in and they've really helped us out. Start off by doing the Win and Bid diecast. They've come in, they're the title sponsor this year. Johnny Johnson Motorsports, Tiger Contracting, Weld Works, Asphalt Outlaws Racing, and Top Mark Property Inspections. I appreciate everybody coming on board for this because they are definitely making this season worthwhile.
All right, man. Well, I will let you go, but good job coming home with the podium finish, man. Hopefully you can get it done next week at Vegas.
Yeah, I hope so, man. We're going to try. Appreciate it, brother.
That was Nate Cogdell, the third place driver. We will bring in the second place driver, and Isaac Smallwood. Hey, Isaac, this is Bryce in the booth. Have a copy, man.
What's going on, buddy?
Man, so you come home second, kind of almost looking like coming off of turn 3 and 4. It's kind of the call that I can't remember who made it, but he looks inside, he looks outside, and when Gordon won his Daytona, one of his Daytona 500s is what it honestly seemed like. But and what was going through your head that last corner, knowing that hell just broke loose behind you pretty much?
Yeah, going into 3 there, I felt a little, I don't know if somebody hit me on my right rear or not, but my truck, it wanted to kick out to the left, so I was just cranking the wheel to the left, hoping I can get out of it and keep the podium. But no, coming out of 4, I tried to make a move to the outside, and it got killed, and then I tried to make another move into the inside. I just didn't have enough forward momentum because I had nose damage from the previous wreck, and I was just hanging on for dear life, hoping I could get the podium.
So how close, so I was told by the 17 that y'all can make it on one more stop. So how close would y'all have been if you had to go on, or you may have been able to make it on one more stop. How close was y'all's fuel situation if you did have to go on one more stop before one of those cautions came out?
I think it was like I had to save like 2 gallons in 25 laps, and just at the pace we were going, it wouldn't have been possible. We'd have had to put like a gallon and a half, 2 gallons in. And you say that, if we had one more green white checkered, I would have probably ran out because I'm sitting here at the start finish line right now with 1.3 gallons left.
I was kind of hoping it would get to that. I kind of like the fuel mileage races for sure. But how did the race go for you overall, though?
Being in a single car, it went great. We're up here at the podium talking to you, and I'm just glad I was able to finish. I know my super speedway record, it's not very good, so I'm just glad to finish.
So how does this start the season off for you coming home second in the first race of the year?
It's positive. So we're looking forward. We got some good tracks coming up, and we're just trying to stay on the high note and keep pushing forward and try to collect some wins.
And well, before I let you go, is there any sponsors you want to shout out? Anybody that may have been watching the stream here tonight?
I'm not sure if anybody was watching, but I'd like to thank you and putting on this broadcast, Nate, putting on this awesome league. I'm excited to run a full season here, and I think that's about, and all the sponsors of the league, of course, they help put this on. So I'm excited, and we're going to see what the future holds.
All right, man. Well, I'll let you go, but good job coming home second tonight, man.
Thank you.
Isaac Smallwood, the second place driver. We will bring in the race winner, and Clinton Woodby. Hey, Clinton, this is Bryson Booth. Got a copy, man?
Yeah, I got you, bud.
And so you come home with the win here. What was going through your head that final corner, seeing all of that carnage just break loose behind you?
It kind of relieved me because I had a feeling it was just going to come down to me and Isaac after that, and thank God it did, because I didn't think I could hold off 2 lines. Because if you go up to block the top, the guy on the bottom is going to come past you unless you block him, and blocking twice is usually never a good thing. So I'm glad it didn't come down to me having to do that.
Yeah, it definitely seems like there's a lot of stuff that can happen at this track. But how did the race go for you overall, though? Because it seemed like kind of midway through you started to kind of work your way up front there.
Yeah, me and Bill just was kind of running there at the first stage, just running towards the back. It was looking wild up there. I don't know how they held it together as long as they did. Our goal was mainly just to make it to the first stage and get our strategy from there. So that's kind of how I try to play these tracks out. If I'm up front, I'll stay up front or try to, but if I'm in the mid pack or the back, I'll just try to stay there and avoid all the carnage for as long as I can.
It definitely seems like kind of at super speedways, it seems like it's more of just kind of luck and just avoiding all the stuff that's happening. Don't junk yourself early on. But you weren't ever involved in any of those wrecks, were you? Correct? Because I'm not completely sure.
There was not the last one, but the one before. Well, no, it might have been the last caution. I can't remember. It was a big one at the Tri-Oval. I made it through, but I just kind of bumped a couple people that were sliding up in front of me and got bumped in the back a little bit, but nobody told me I had any damage, so I just rolled with it, and luckily I didn't have any damage to slow me down.
Yeah, definitely can come down to luck for sure at a track like this. But how does this start the season off for you, knowing that you win the first race here?
It's awesome. I can't believe I finally won Daytona opening race. I love it. But now the goal is just to go get more wins and rack up the playoff points. That's kind of the goal every week. If your goal is second, you're not a race car driver. You know what I mean?
Yeah, first or second place is the first loser. That's how.
There you go.
How it always. But you have to be a good loser, which no, don't be one. You always want to win. But before I let you go, is there anybody you want to thank? Any sponsors you want to shout out that may have been watching the stream here tonight?
Oh yeah, shout out to my girlfriend Megan, my #1 supporter. Black Glove Collections, they come on board. Black Glove Collectors. I'll get it out in a minute. They come on board this year. If you guys want cards, NFL, baseball, basketball, check him out on Whatnot. Winning Bid, Blair Peterson over there, awesome with diecast. Go follow him and look at his auctions on Facebook. Got a new one coming aboard this year, the Alamasami Law Firm. If you need any law advice, check them out. And you guys are putting on the league and everything. Appreciate it.
All right, man. Well, I'll let you go, but good job coming home with the win tonight, man.
Appreciate it, man. You have a good one.
It's Clinton Woodby, the race winner. I will go over the finishing order here now. First, Clinton Woodby. Second, Isaac Smallwood. Third, Nate Cogdale. Fourth, John. Don't want to butcher his names. I'm going to have a Discord things where they can pronounce them and also write them down. Brent. Yeah, I almost want to say Somers. 6, Colton Hardy. 7th, Matthew. 8, Skylar Berry. 9th, Bill Hells. 10th, Caleb Clinard. 11th, Keith Prince. 12th, Nick Gardner. 13th, Kevin Winker. 14th, Dylan Poss. 15th, Michael Newman. 16th, Dennis Steele. 17th, Jesse Calloway. 18th, Ashley Ellison. 19th is Kevin. That's a hard last name. 20th, James Cotrone. As C. 21st, Mark Beverly. 22nd, Rusty Modesty. 23rd, Haas Beverly. 24th, Matt Hayden. And then you see me down there in last because I joined the session as a driver accidentally. But not a bad race overall. Pretty good, I would say. I mean, saw some big ones, which honestly, at tracks like this, I think that's why people watch them. But I'm not going to keep you all here any longer. I have to do an ASL video, which is American Sign Language. So I will let you all go.